hopefully everybody's okay. That's disgusting. Okay. Um,
You start yet?
I already started.
Okay.
Um, Pretty much equivalent of Are You Winning? Oh, what did you send me? Oh, God. Gotta show this to people. Um. Oh, I just got that. Oh my god. The series has already been completed? Really? It's been completed already? It says is, so. Ah, it only lasted 3 seasons. It's only like. I shouldn't care. I don't watch Star Trek. Yeah, I don't watch Star Trek, but I've only watched the movies. I've only watched the movies, so I haven't really got. I've never watched a single episode of Star Trek because I'm like, eh. Yeah, I've never really gotten into Star Trek at all. Um, yeah, nothing against Star Trek, but you know. Um, yeah, it's. I've read a couple of books. I've watched two of the recent movies, and that's pretty much it. Something's. Yeah, I've never really gotten. Yeah. Mm, you would think, but I kind of know, but Um, yeah, I've not really gotten into the whole Star Trek thing. I grew up with Star Wars, and by that I mean I just start. I mocked people who liked Star Wars. Yeah, I wasn't. Uh, you know, like I thought, like Star Wars was the ultimate geek thing, and I didn't like it. Um, yeah, I didn't really like it, and then I ended up really liking it because I watched it. Like the reason why I didn't like it is because I was like it wasn't um what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't really want to be known as a geek, even though I was, or a nerd. What is the difference? And nerd difference. Geek is collection oriented, gathering facts and mementos. They're obsessed with the newest, coolest, trendiest thing that the subject has to offer. So basically, the exact opposite of a hipster. Studious, intellectual, although, again, on a particular. Okay, so I am a geek. I mean, look what I have. Oh my god. I'm just gonna say that was a whoops. uh, there's something on my tongue and I don't want to know what it is. There we go. Blood. um, yeah, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Welcome on into whatever this is. Yeah. um, just another day of the wokeness? I'm kidding. Just another day of the wokeness. Um, yeah, yeah, hopefully everybody's doing fine. Um, we're gonna be playing Fallout 76 today. I'm kidding. No, we're not. Uh, we are not gonna be playing Fallout 76. Um, that was a joke. Um, but I did play a fair share of it yesterday. Um, and towards the end of the playthrough, a few people ended up coming up to me at my campsite and told me to get out or log out because their camp is the same place as I am, and I'm like, I was going to log out anyways, you know? I was absolutely gonna log out. And yeah, they kept shooting me and pretty much kind of stabbing, but it was friendly fire, so you can't really die. Then somebody explained to me that I had to log out because I'm in their spot. Um, I was gonna do it anyways, but I was legitimately, um, yeah, I was legitimately going to log out, but I had to like craft some stuff. Like the main thing I've been doing over the past day or so was just crafting grenades. Like that's pretty much the only thing I've been doing. Um, yeah, I've only done dailies, and that's it. I've only done dailies and just kind of decided to like um, um, make machine no wait shotgun shells, and I kept making them. So I went from like 50 shotgun shells and saving them to about over 500. Holy mother of God. Yeah, like 500 shotgun shells because I didn't stop making them. Um, and also, I've been taking pictures of cats um, in game. So it's like, okay, let's go into it. Um, yeah, apparently I've been playing this game since Halloween 23rd of 2020 because according to Reclamation Day when I have to leave Vault 76, my my file is almost 4 years old, and I've been only playing it for about only two. It's shocking, really. Um, but yeah, playing Fallout 76 on my own is fine. The Molotov cocktails I've been making a couple of things: Molotov cocktails, regular grenades, shotgun shells. Um, there's more. I swear there's more. I can swear to you there's more that I made. But yeah, essentially I made all of those. Um, I've been making them some of those, and it's just like dot 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 dot, you know. And it's really addicting. Just like I really do like collecting things and then making them into other things and horrible stuff. Things and other things and horrible stuff. Hi DJ, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Um Again, thank you for the raid yesterday. I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I hope you're doing okay. If you're not following DJ Full Omega, go follow him. He is really good people. He is a gamer. Um, I haven't seen him stream in a while because I was busy with stuff. I haven't been on Twitch in a while. Um, but yeah, like he's absolutely good people. Um, I don't even know if I'm doing this right. Um, I almost drank out of my water, but I realized I spit in it. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that I'm hearing from everybody. It's been a long while, and I was just talking about me playing Fallout 76 a lot. Um, because I've been just going down. That should not have been said. Um, I've been just that's pretty much the only game I've been playing over the past couple of weeks. And it has something to do with a Fallout show, which I've only watched 2 episodes of. Um, but yeah, I've just been playing Fallout 76 from the morning, like after the stream, and later on at the evening because I have some catching up to do. Um, yeah, I have some catching up to do in terms of streaming, seeing people on Twitch. I guess that's it. But again, I am going to stream every day for a month like I did last June. Um, my God, last June. Oh yeah, last June was pretty much the start of my dysphoria when I was at the Pride Parade. I'm not going this year because it has not helped. Yeah, the like. So yeah, it's Nothing against the Pride Parade. I'm just like not going this year. Um, yeah, I just not gonna go this year because, Can I just say that? Eh. Um, but yeah, I was just playing Fallout 76 over the past couple of days, and um, it's mostly improved except for like the Oscar Gonzalez thing, where I'm supposed to go to a place and I don't see him inside. Like I was supposed to go to a place called the Crater, and I go there, then I have to go inside somewhere, like the map tells me to, and he's not there. And once I get in there, it tells me to go back outside. So, according to Reddit, there's a glitch. Yeah, there's a glitch in the game, which I'm like, I thought they, I thought they fixed all the glitches. Um, but is there like any games that you've been playing off camera or off like stream or in real life? Because I've been playing 76. My boyfriend has been playing Baldur's Gate 3, and he is putting in a lot of hours into it. Um, yeah, he's been putting a lot of hours into it. I've just been putting a lot of hours into another game. Um, oh, like, yeah, it's before that, before Fallout, the only game I was playing was Vampire Survivors, which boyfriend did suggest to me. Um, and that is a good time waster. Like I've wasted so much time on that game. I think I've put in like 25 hours into that game. Um, no, 23 hours. Like I'm 5 minutes shy of 24 hours. Um, but it was a quick 23 hours. You know, um, like it's like down under this desk. I have the PS. It's not my PS3, but a PS3, my Xbox One, and my PS2. Um, yeah, I do really like. Yeah, I usually just play games by myself. I have gotten people to people have asked me if I wanted to play Baldur's Gate 3 with them, and I'm like, I'm okay. I'm one of those people who wants to like who does want a game by herself. Like absolutely. I do want a game by myself and go at my own pace. You know, hence why I kind of stopped gaming on camera and would rather just like play by myself. That came out wrong, but um or did it? No, it did. Um but yeah, it's um yeah, it's absolutely promising. It's promising, you know? Um but yeah, I do like yeah, I remember once upon a time I wanted to play with other people in terms of gaming, and then after several years of just playing games by myself, I realized that, uh, I mean, gaming by myself is a lot more fulfilling to me, you know? Um, yeah, it absolutely feels a lot more fulfilling to me. Um, but everybody goes their different ways, you know? Everybody, like, there are people who play Baldur's Gate 3 together and people who play by themselves, you know? And for me, I'm going on an absolute snail's pace, especially since I have other games that I want to play. Like, I was playing Sly Cooper 2, and I wanted to beat it again. I was playing Baldur's Gate 76. No, wait, Baldur's Gate 76? Yeah, it's the greatest game of the decade, and it's really glitchy. But also, I was playing, Fallout. No, I was gonna say Fallout 3. Fallout Gate 3. God of War 2. But I stopped that for a bit. I also was playing Metal Hellsinger. Is it Metal Hellsinger? What was that game? Metal Hellsinger. Yeah, I was playing a bit of that, but I couldn't get into it. But that's because I wasn't getting into gaming that much. So I will eventually get into Metal Hellsinger again. Just have to find the right time to do it. You know. Um, yeah, I just have to like get into, you know. Um, but yeah, I've been playing a dozen games and I've let them in the back burner before I beat them. Though with Ratchet and Clank 2, God of War 2, and Sly 2, I've already beaten them. With the first two, I've beaten them at least twice. Um, my goodness, it had been a while, hadn't it? Um, but one day I will eventually get into those games because it just reminds me of the time where I was like, I bought a lot of games but have yet to beat them. Then eventually I found out that the new Star Wars game was coming out, so I wanted to like beat all the other games I had before I bought that, and so I ended up beating like 8 games, and eventually I just bought a Star Wars game that was not all that great. In fact, I actually ended up looking up the worst games of all time and wanted to see which games I had or games with the most notable negative reception. I know about Custer's Revenge. I know E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I know from James Rolfe. Action 52 is one of the most like poor controls. Oh, yeah, this seems like one of those games, but it's that could be good, but nope. Night Trap, I know. Plumbers Wear Ties. I know The Legend of Zelda CDI because of the YouTube poops I used to watch. Hotel Mario. I genuinely thought, wait, what's Hotel Mario? Is it like Luigi's Mansion but worse? Oh, okay. Initially received mixed reviews and then it gets worse. I didn't know that you could actually get worse reviews after a while. Shaq Fu. Like, I remember they actually made a sequel in 2018, and it's an even worse. It's just as bad as the original. What do you know? You would actually think that making a sequel to one of the worst games of all time, you would think it would be an improvement. No. What did you send me? Boyfriend sent me something. Let's see what he sent me. Oh, I saw this yesterday. It's like, by the way, I know it's like I know the irony of making fun of a long-running animated series that's been running to the ground, coming from a long-running series that has been run to the ground. So don't point out the irony. Oh God. God, it has changed. Oh man. Hi Mercadian, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Just looking at something from Reddit. I never thought I would say that out loud in never thought I would say that out loud in a stream, but my
Nerd! I know.
um but yeah, just looking at um yeah, just essentially just looking at The Simpsons making fun of Fairy Odd Parents is really, really sad. And hypocritical, if I'm not being mistaken. Because, from what I understand, the Fairly Odd Parents aren't a TV show anymore. Are they a TV show anymore? Nope, they ended like 2017. How sad. Um, you just showered? Congrats. I mean, hopefully it was a nice shower. Um, oh, a sequel. That's why. A live action sequel to The Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah, that explains like the decline in quality here. And then the new, oh my god. Yeah, I was just looking up before my boyfriend sent me this, and I'll send it to like chat if anybody uses like Reddit. That, oh man, that absolutely looks so bad. I am so sorry. That looks so bad. I am not gonna pin that message. Um, you should probably ignore that. Let's just say it's just yeah, let's just say it was a mistake and it will not happen again. But I was just talking about Shaq Fu the sequel, and it gets just as bad reviews. You would think that if you made a sequel to one of the worst things of all time, you would think it would be a lot better, but no, it's just as bad. How do you do that? You know, you had a successful fundraiser and then you get these negative reviews. How are you doing that wrong? Oh god. And Busby 3D, John Tron actually sent me that, or John Tron made a video about Bubsy 3D, Sub Zero, Simpsons wrestling. I never thought a Simpsons game would be like considered one of the worst of all time. I see. Oh god.
Ted Flanders was the most OP thing in that game by a mile. You would just have God strike you down like over and over again.
Yeah, just that seems like a cheat.
It was a cheat.
That's God striking him down. God striking you down is pretty much the equivalent of somebody in Smash Brothers using Pikachu for like the thunder.
Yeah, that was my sister.
That was me before I started using Luigi.
Alright. Gotta get going. Love you.
Love you too. Stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like I never thought a Simpsons game would ever actually be considered one of the worst games of all time, but shows you what I know. There's also Mortal Kombat Advance. How? Okay, that's the second Mortal Kombat game that is on this list in 2 years. Oh my god! In 2 years, there's like, no, there's three Mortal Kombat games that have been on this like that have been released in like 4 years. I know Mortal Kombat has had its ups and downs, but my god. And Batman Dark Tomorrow. Okay, I've heard Tomb Raider: The Angel of Darkness, Drake of 99 Dragons. Oh wow, Big Rigs. I've heard about this game, and no, it's just like it's pretty much like an a demo that has not gone past like a certain stage. It hasn't actually been like fixed up. Lula 3D. Pretty sure that's like a sex game. Ninja Bread Man. Oh God. Bomberman Sonic 06. Okay, this is the first game. I think this is one of the games I actually beat all the way through. And I have to say, it's a bad game. But I will admit, Sonic 06 is absolutely ambitious. And it's a lot better than the game that is probably going to be down here soon. Um, Leisure Suit Larry, I've never played. Stalin vs. Martians? No. Rogue Warrior? No. Final Fantasy XIV? Nope. Power Gig, Postal 3, Flat Out 3, Infestion, Sim City? Yeah, this looks. Alien Colonel Marines? Or Colonel Marines? Is it Colonel Marines? Marines? Meh. Colonial Marines? Um, I swear I remember of like what seeing a couple of friends play this game and it looked really nice. I guess that I didn't look into it, but I did play Ride to Hell Retribution, which is a lot worse than Sonic 06. Like Ride to Hell was bad. It's pretty much, I don't want to say it's a dad game because even dads would say like back in my day, like one of those back in my day games were not like biker games that we had were not like this, and that is correct because it is absolutely outdated. Like so far in my life, to me, this is the worst game I've ever played. Double Dragon 2, Further Within, Assassin's Creed Unity, Dungeon Keeper, Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, which I know is a bad game, but I know that the TV show is absolutely banging. All Alone in the Dark, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. What a shame considering I used to play Underground 2 way after I came out. Umbrella Corpse, No Man's Sky. Is No Man's Sky actually good? Like I've heard like the redemption arc of No Man's Sky on par, not even, it's pretty much like everybody says it's good again. It's absolutely good, but I'm like I don't want to play it. It doesn't seem interesting to me. I just know that the original reception was awful. And yes, Battlefront 2 was also another game I played the crap out of, and it was one of the first games I streamed. I've I used to stream a lot of disappointing games, didn't I? Like Star Wars Battlefront 2, um, Fallout 76. Um, I know there's a few. Like holy crap. Oh, and Mass Effect Andromeda, which has a place in my heart because it's the first game I ever beat on stream. Um, I had most of the playthrough, but the first playthrough is lost to time because I didn't save it properly. So yeah, the first part of my playthrough is just gone. Fallout 76, there we go. A game that is considered one of the worst because of its launch, and I didn't know about it until years later. We WWE 2K20. I don't play wrestling games. I've never been into it. Warcraft 3 Reforged, Cyberpunk 76. Yeah, I've heard plenty of bad things about that. Balan Wonderland. What is that? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. And I'm afraid to find out. eFootball 2022, Grand Theft Auto the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. You gave me such high hopes. I was actually going to get this game, but then I saw other people on Twitch play it, and let's just say that it was the equivalent of getting the recent Pokemon game. I was about to get the recent Pokemon game, but then I saw other people play it, and I'm like, I gotta. But I was too late to tell my boyfriend not to get it, and he was disappointed. And Battlefront 2042, never played. Babylon's Fall, never played it. Gollum, I know a lot about it. And the day before, oh my god, so many of those games I knew. Yeah, there was a lot of games I knew, or I kind of knew. You know, I'm sure all of us have played at least one bad game. You know, all of us have played at least one. Yeah, at least one bad game. And it's fine. It's not like the end of the world, is it? Is it? It is. Um, but yeah, my boyfriend just left. Um, I was the one who, he was the one who actually got me to stream again. Um, yeah, he got me to stream. Yeah, he got me to stream again. Only for every day for a month, and I don't know what's gonna happen after. Um, but yeah, it has been hotel. I'm kidding. Um, yeah. Hopefully everybody's doing fine. I was about to drink this water, but I spit into it, and in a few minutes, the sun will rise. Some people laugh at that joke. Others are like, I don't know what that means, but googity doodity or whatever. I don't know. Um, but yeah, hopefully this stream is not going to be as long as my very first stream. That was 4 hours, and then yesterday's stream was 2 hours. So I'm hoping to actually go to at least 90 minutes, because I'll be honest, I'm a bit tired. I did go to sleep at around 1 because I was playing Fallout 76 for a couple of hours, and I don't know. Yeah, I've never been into making stuff in a Fallout game, but it happened. Um, I've actually never been into. I never had been on stream because I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, I never knew what I was doing. Back in the back when I used to stream. Um, yeah, back when I used to stream Fallout games, which I keep forgetting I used to do. I used to stream a lot of Fallout a lot. Then I got lazy and began just streaming. Yeah, I got lazy and just started doing just chatting streams, which is no small feat. It's no small feat, but yeah, looking back, I realized that I didn't know what I was doing because I usually just gamed while I was talking to chat. Yeah, yeah, I gamed while I was talking to chat, and then I started when I started playing 76 for the first time in a while, I'm like, what did I do? You know, it was one of those, what did I don't know what I did, you know? Yeah, I didn't know, like, it was, what did I, yeah, pretty much what did I do here, you know? Um, yeah, it was pretty much one of those situations, because I was totally lost. I was genuinely lost, um, about where I needed to go. Um, yeah, holy crap. um, oh god, usually I would have things to talk about, but like not too long ago I did mention to somebody that I could do a 24-hour just chatting stream, but I'm pretty sure nobody wants to like hear a just chatting stream. It's not like back in the day, and I just found this out a couple of weeks ago, that the Foo Fighters actually took over MTV for 24 hours, and I'm like, how do you do that? How do you take over like MTV for 24 hours? And it was just like the place where Carson Daly did his thing, you know? Um, but I'm pretty sure there are people out there who have um, they have done 24-hour stream, and I never know how, because it's like that takes a lot of rest. I should have bitten my nails, or I should have cut my nails. I really need to like put on nail polish, because you know what, this looks bad. Oh god, it's dry. Yeah, this nail polish is absolutely dead. Crap. That's a slog. Well, I have other nail polish somewhere in the room over there. Like, if I actually had a long enough camera cord, I could actually like give you a tour, and I think I kind of will. Not really, but here, I think I could just move it. Um, let me shine a light here. Okay, so yeah, this is like the living room where I'm in. Um, yeah, this is my boyfriend's PC. This is our couch. But this is our couch here. This is this place right here. Okay, I should probably do this. This is our couch. This place right here is where my boyfriend paints Warhammer miniatures. This is the window. This is our table, and right over here is the TV. Um, and hold on, let me. And these are my boyfriend's Warhammer miniatures, like three glass cases filled with miniatures. Um, and I'm just gonna go like this, and I'm gonna turn off the light. There we go. Mostly normal. There we go. Mostly normal. At least I can show off what I have here, kind of. The album collection I have, my lamp, my Murkrow doll, which is actually front and center at the very least. A picture of me and my boyfriend. I don't like. Here's the thing. I don't know. I'm gonna hide his face. But like this is um he doesn't want me to show his face, but yeah, this is us at a wedding. I think I mentioned a while ago, um like we went to one of his friends' wedding, And yeah, this is pretty much us. Yeah, this is us at the wedding. Yes, we have it framed. Yes, I have another picture in the kitchen that we both forgot about. But yeah, it's gonna be right here. There we go. Um, at the very least, it's oh, and a picture of a cat. Um, but yeah, like we weren't there for very long. Surprisingly enough, we were not there for that long. We were there for like 3 hours, and I was like, and it was pretty much like King and Krotos. I'm like, why did you bring me here? I know none of these people, you know. But yeah, it just was like, you know. But yeah, it was my first wedding. Okay, so I should probably talk about that wedding because this happened last year, and I didn't actually talk about it. Yeah, I didn't actually talk about the wedding, did I? So it took place outside, um, outside of the couple's house. I think it was their couple. I think it was the couple's house. I think I'm not sure. I don't remember, but it was pretty much in their front yard, and their backyard was where the reception was. Like the wedding took place in the front yard, like in front of the house, and behind the house was when like everybody got together to eat, talk, chat, and all that. Um, and it was my very first wedding. Yeah, so this is my very first wedding I've ever been to, and it was short and sweet. Like I thought that movies were actually what's the word I'm looking for? I thought movies actually like condense weddings, but it turns out yes, wedding receptions are kind of that short. So it's news to me. Like this is absolutely news to me. But yeah, it's actually yeah, it was actually like really surprising, you know? Um yeah, it was genuinely surprising for all of that, you know? Um but yeah, so what happens is that we were there like the wedding only lasted like 10 minutes. The reception we were there for a couple of hours. Um yeah, and it was queer, like my boyfriend's dad wasn't there so I could actually like I couldn't show off the girls. I couldn't show them off, so that's why like I had my um jacket, my small jacket like covered up, you know? Um but I did meet the bride, and she's absolutely amazing. She looks amazing. She was beautiful, and she was absolutely stunning. And like I saw a few people who were queer around me, but since I am queer, I have some semblance of I am on the Aspie spectrum. Yeah, I'm on the autist. I'm on the autist spectrum, so I didn't really talk to much people. I just like talked to my boyfriend, his mom, his sisters, and their boyfriends. I occasionally talk to people in front of me across the table, but yeah, that's all that is. Um, but yeah, it was a fun time. Um, like my boyfriend seemed a bit nervous about me being around people because I'm so used to being on my own head, which I can have an actual conversation. Like that's the thing, I can have an actual conversation. Um, he thought I did. Like he was surprised because like I'm between the two of us, I'm the more he's the more social one. Um, yeah, he like I'm more introverted. Like I'm usually in my own head. And that's not a bad thing. Like, plenty of people who are introverted actually do amazing things, just like extroverts end up doing amazing things. Um, like, I remember one instance, my boyfriend was working with somebody, and he was like, he told me later on, so my girlfriend is probably at home playing bass guitar after work, just working on things. And that's exactly what I was doing. Like, after I took a shower, I had dinner, and I was just like working on stuff. Hence, my my small red book of, oh god, it is really dusty. Oh my god, it is really dusty. Do not fall. Oh god, it is dusty. Oh, that's great. This is what happens when you don't really yeah, this is what happened. Okay, so this is my book filled with bass guitar tabs. I filled in a lot of pages, like more than I would think. You would think that it was pretty much one of those situations where you get a new notebook and then you would write in it for about 5, 6 pages and then you would get another notebook. Yeah, not anymore. Um, yeah, I don't have a place to get really good notebooks like this. So I'm pretty sure I have to order them online as opposed to like get them in person, you know? Just like I get most of my albums. Like, 97% of the albums I have I bought in stores cuz I don't want to wait for like to get something online unless it's like a new light bulb or whatever, you know? Um I'm one of those people who does not want to wait for like like an album to come in the mail. I'm pretty sure a lot of people understand that, although I've been called like I'm pretty much a hipster because I buy CDs, not vinyls, and I'm like I don't want to get like where am I going to get yeah, I don't know where to get a vinyl record player, and I don't know where to put a vinyl record. Like, should I just put it right over there, like beside my amp? Should I? Wait, should I? Uh, but like honestly, the only vinyl record I probably will get is one of these, like one of these or the Ramones self-titled. But I have these on CD, and yeah, I have those on CD anyways. Like I have like yeah, I have the Ramones like first album here anyways. So why would I really get into like vinyl collecting? But yeah, I really want to listen to this again, you know? I will listen to this album again and again. Like holy mother of god. It's only a 30-minute long album, but my god. Um but yeah, like I was like at one point I was going to get every single Ramones album, but then I saw videos where the quality of the Ramones actually kind of fluctuates after their fourth album. So that's why I only have their first 3. I know I will get their fourth album soon. Like soon I will get their fourth album because, you know, it makes sense. It absolutely kind of sort of makes sense. Or does it? It does not. But yeah, like eh um yeah, like I don't like nobody like. Okay, so there is an album. Here's the thing: there is an album shop a bus ride away, and it's downtown. It's downtown, and I'm absolutely used to album stores. Actually, album stores that are highly organized by name. But this store actually has like so many albums, like thousands of albums. The only problem is that they're all put into like they're all mixed up into some things. Like the front of the store has some organization, but the back of the store, like the back half of the store, is like all the CDs are just assorted, and I don't know where to go. Like at least I have an inkling of where to go if everything was organized. Like, oh, here are the Foo Fighter albums. Oh, here are Kendrick Lamar albums. But the rest of the store is just filled with albums put together, and I don't know where everything really is. So I actually have to like pay close attention to albums that I want to get. Otherwise, I'm going to be completely lost. Like I know I'm going to go back there. Um, but yeah, I just it like it's a mess. And keep in mind, they also sell games. They fix phones, but it is a mess there. Like it is an absolute mess. Um, in terms of like organization. Like part of me just wants to go in there and just organize everything. Like this is I'm pretty sure this is my OCD talking, but here's the thing. I'm pretty sure anybody who has been in an album store knows and would see something like that and going, "Oh god, this is not how I wanted things to be." Like the last time I got a CD from there was the Smashing Pump getting Flies by Alice in Chains, and a Smashing Pumpkins album. Uh, what was it called? Uh oh. There we go. Adore. I've only listened to this album once, and I really do like it. But it's gonna have it's one of those albums it's gonna take me time to get into. I'm gonna put it right here next to Tripod by Alice in Chains. Adore. Waka Waka. Hi, Jenny Cat. How are you? I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic, or as good as you think it is. But yeah, Adore. A goose. Um, but yeah, this is one of those albums where I can't listen to because it's so overwhelmingly sad. Um, yeah, it's one of those overwhelmingly sad, just like it actually took me a little while to get into But Here We Are by the Foo Fighters. Like this is a sad album, and it could actually hit you emotionally. It absolutely can hit you emotionally when in the right area. Not the right area, but Trevor. It's exclamation point Trevor. Isn't it exclamation point Trevor? Oh my god. Ah, god. Uh-oh. The link's not there. Okay, I'm gonna actually have to go. I'll have to get back to you on this. You know what? I'm gonna get everybody. I'm gonna get back to you on this because, here I'm just gonna have to turn this off because you know what? I'm sorry, like the bot's been here's the thing, the bot's kind of been crazy. Um yeah, like usually usually it would be okay. Like usually but yeah, this is what happens when I don't stream for months at a time. Um yeah, this is what happens when I don't stream for months at a time. Uh my god. Yeah, I think Nightbot is yeah, my Nightbot got my custom yeah, my custom Nightbots are just gone. Or the stream elements. I'm not sure. I will eventually fix it. I will fix it eventually. Because this is insane. Um, Even stream elements isn't like, seem to be like, is giving me the finger. You finished GTA 4 DLC yesterday? Congrats. Congrats. What did you think? How was it? Yeah, how was it? I think I'm sad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Oh god, I'm sorry to hear. It's that sad? Oh god, it was that sad? Oh my god. Or is it because like because the person you play as gets killed in GTA 5 when Trevor is introduced? Oh, okay. Yeah, that sucks. Like that sounds Oh yeah, that oh my god. Like I didn't know that. Like this is the first I'm hearing about it, but holy god. Like I just say holy god. Talk about a happy ending override. Oh god. Like having a really decent ending in a one thing and then getting the crap like getting crapped on after a while, that's pretty much like Jamie Lee Curtis after the first movie. Like she's completely traumatized. No, wait, not that. Nightmare on Elm Street 4. That's all I have to say. Like Nightmare on Elm Street 4 is a good example of like overriding the happy ending. Oh, you're actually gonna show me it?
Hey, don't do it! Trevor! You been with that girl again? I'm speaking with you, asshole! Don't do it, Johnny! I told him, Trevor. I told him. We all get high! We all get high! But that don't make it right!
Johnny, leave it!
Crystal has got us, babe, but don't make it right. Don't make nothing right. Not what you done with me. I'm telling Johnny, leave it. I ain't leaving nothing. Trevor! I'm talking to you, motherfucker!
Oh god.
Are you? What are you saying?
Fucking my girl, man. It's wrong.
Well, I gotta fuck someone. You want me to fuck you instead? Is that the problem here? Take off your pants, cowboy, alright? Let's fuck.
You think this is funny?
Get them off!
I told him to leave it, Trevor. I told him. Leave it. Leave it.
Shut up, Ron. I'm about to fuck me a meth head, ain't I, cowboy? Get my boy sucked from his toothless gums.
Fuck you, Trevor.
Oh.
I still love her.
Alright, cowboy. Hey, I know. Hey, come on.
I don't mean nothing by it, man. I know. I'm messed up.
I know, cowboy. It's okay, man. Give me a hug, yeah. Fucking shit! Cut! 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 Who the fuck are you speaking to? Who? I'm talking to you, huh? You fuck!
Johnny!
Huh? Next time, don't get in my fucking face! I just saw a fucking ghost and I gotta hear your crap! Get up! Get up! Fuck you then!
Oh, God.
Wait,
Okay, here's the thing. If nobody had played GTA 4 Lost and Damned, like I didn't, then I would not have cared. But oh yeah, I can see it. Like look at this like dislike ratio. Like it's a fair amount of people, you know? Um yeah, I can see why people um but according to the comment section, okay, here's the thing. According to the comment section, um at least Nico and Louis are safe, probably. But according to the comment section here, the writers of GTA 5 actually messed up his character already by turning him into a meth head. Like they messed up his character because they're clearly apparently they're like, um, and it's like what one of the comment section is. Somebody in the comments is like, Rockstar be like GTA 4 fans want cameo of old protagonists. Let's give it to them. Um, yeah, it absolutely like I can see why people were like didn't really like it. Um, yeah, like the from what I see in the comments, they completely nuked Johnny's character altogether, and I can see it making a lot of people mad because it's not. Yeah, it absolutely is not great. You know, like I am like nobody's a fan of their favorite characters being de-evolved into something else, you know? Like I'm like looking like I played and beat GTA 5. There's a lot of GTA 4 characters in GTA 5. I'm going to be honest, I've never played GTA 4. I've only played San Andreas on stream. I've played GTA 5. Um I played GTA 5 on stream. Um those can't be the only two GTA games. No, I played GTA 4 like not too long ago actually with a friend. Um but yeah, I've only played 3 Grand Theft Auto games in my life, which is surprising. Like you would like I wouldn't have really cared about GTA, the Grand Theft Auto games, had it not been for people complaining about the amount of violence. And I'm like, you complain about the violence in video games, but it's like, you know, you love like people love complaining about violence in video games, and then violence in real life is like, I mean, they recently have added use of armor to GTA Online with from the Ballad of Gay Tony. Probably my favorite character from the DLC. He was straight up homie the whole. Yeah, that's fair. Um, honestly, my for me, I don't. I honestly don't play DLC games. My boyfriend wants me to play a couple of them, especially for what was the game he wanted me to play? Golden Uzi sounds ridiculously overpowered. Um, he wanted me to play a DLC of Fallout New Vegas, and I'm like, maybe later. I'm just in the middle of playing Fallout 76 on my own, you know, and over the past little while, I've just been making grenades, you know? I've just been collecting random junk and making grenades. And shotgun shells in Fallout 76. Um, yeah, mother of God. I went from like 60 or 50 shotgun shells, and then I kept playing the game, and now I'm at like 500 shotgun shells. And I will keep making them. Do not play Dead Money. You will break down the foundation of your house with your bare hands. That's how rage inducing. Is Dead Money. Hold on. Dead Money, I'm guessing, is. Oh, it's New Vegas. I'm not going to play. Like I'm already deep. Yeah, I'm already deep with your collar is beeping. My collar? I'm not wearing a collar. I'm not wearing a collar. Your collar is beeping faster. Oh, I'm guessing that is a reference to Dead Money. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Yep, Dead Money. Okay. That explains it. Um. Yeah, I've. Yeah, as much as. Yeah, you have an explosive collar, there's a ridiculous amount of things that set it off. That sounds like hardcore survival mode. That doesn't seem like it's like that doesn't seem fun if anything can set it off. Like that seems a bit unfair. Yeah, that absolutely seems like a bit unfair for that to happen. You know? Especially near the end, the mental and physical gymnastics, and yet I didn't get any gold. Well, the moral of the story is there is no moral. Only Zool. It always goes back to Zool for some reason. I don't know why that is, but that's neither here or there. Maybe it's over there, maybe it's behind me, but it's neither here or there. But the moral of the story is letting go of your head because the collar will blow you up. I mean, that's the truth about Dead Money. And Dead Money absolutely Dead Money absolutely sounds like a rap group's name. Like a rap group from the 2000s. Letting go of poverty. Oh, I didn't need the gold. I'm already rich in New Vegas. Nothing's free in New Vegas. I know a lot of people who have put in 1,000 hours in New Vegas, and I'm like, how? How do you put in 1,000 hours into New Vegas? I get Fallout 76. Like, Jenny Cat, you have put in God knows how many hours. Like, I can even check how many hours you've put into Fallout 76. Like, I can absolutely check right now. Like, I know it's a lot. What do New Vegas and GTA 4 fans have in common? They both think that they're the best thing ever. Okay, let me see. 165 days. So 165 times 24. That's 3,000, and then plus 19. Jenny, darling, you've put in over 3,900 hours in New Vegas. I mean, in Fallout 76. They're both very annoying and they don't know how to be quiet. That's pretty much a lot of fan bases. Like, Jenny, you probably have played New Vegas and GTA 4 a lot. And once you get into the fandom, they are very, very loud. One of my friends has over 761 days of playtime. Calculate that. Okay, let's see. 700... 1,000... 18,200 and... Okay, 18,264 hours. How? How does that happen? That is a lot. And I've only put in... Like, how many hours have I put in? 5 days worth? Oh, God, 5 days worth. So that's like... And then plus 18... I've put in over 130 something hours. In comparison, I have a life. But Jenny Cat, you've gone so far in the game. Like, you have done so much. Like, I've seen your tweets and how much you've done, and it's like, how? You know? I've just been playing the story mode. I barely go to, like, my camp, you know? I only recently begun to make my own bullets. Like, I just love using shotguns and Molotov cocktails. Um, I just have to know how to use them. Like, the ghouls, I can just, like, it feels so good just shooting the ghouls. Like, I want to play right now, but not on stream. You know, I'd rather just play by myself, as I said before. Um, but yeah, Fallout 76 has taken over. I'm glad. I'm absolutely glad. What is your build? Um, I what is my build? I'm not sure. I think I'm mostly a shotgun person and a Molotov cocktail. Like, I've put in a lot towards strength and charisma. I'm mostly charisma. Um, yeah, I'm mostly charisma, so I could actually, like, talk my way out of things. Like, I have talked my way out of things with, like, beforehand, so just like the Outer Worlds, which is a really decent game, and I can't wait to play the next one. I I had like over 100 points in charisma, and at the end of the game, I ended up just I like near the end of the game, all I did was just talk with the person, and that was it. No gunfire needed. Just talk with the person, and the game just ended. Like, it was shocking how quick it was. The Riz build is the like I know what Riz is, but I don't know, like, I don't know what that is in context. Um yeah, I know what Riz is. I know what build is. I just don't know. Is it cool? Oh, it's because cool. Okay, got it. It's because it's cool. I'm surprised that I know a fair amount of Gen Z slang. Charisma. Oh no, I know, but I just kind of had a brain fart. I knew what Riz meant. I just had a brain fart. You know? I remember not too long ago, Invisible Girl showed me a video. Um, she showed me a video. Kiara Sinat, Kia, Kia Sinat, Kia Sinat. I'm not sure. Kia. I don't know. Like, I like going in all in with charisma. Like this video will show. Oh yeah, okay. I I googled that person not too long ago, and I've never actually heard him talk. So it was just like that.
There it is, Skycraft.
Hell yeah, I cannot wait to get into this game.
Oh, would you put your ability points on, by the way? I focus mine mostly on strength and dexterity.
I put mine into charisma.
Yeah. Charisma's important.
Yeah.
What'd you put the rest on?
Charisma.
Yeah, like, obviously, you out of your 20 starting ability points, you put some into charisma. And then you put some into, like, constitution and strength?
Charisma, baby.
Show me your stats. You put them all into charisma.
Hell yeah. Shit.
Look, you have to diversify your ability points, otherwise you're going to be completely unable to help in any situation. I don't know what you were thinking. Oh my god!
Huh?
What are you doing?
Look, we clearly have different playstyles. You want to kill orcs and slay dragons.
Well, how do you want to save the world?
Make love, not war.
Look, I really just want to get through the campaign. Hey! Oh, come on, man. I really want to focus on the story.
Totally same.
I don't know. Maybe we should just play this separately.
Hang on, what?
I don't know. I think our playstyles styles are just very different, and I don't know if we're gonna work together.
God, Brie, you haven't even given me a chance.
I don't know, man.
Please, this is really important to me. I promise I'll be an asset.
Okay, but look, if you're not helping, I'm gonna play by my...
You mean the Kesha song? Are you talking about the Kesha song? Someone made a Gen Alpha slang and I unironically sing it that way. Eh. Okay. Like, okay. Oh, Kesha. Okay, that's fair. Hold on, I want to talk about Gen Alpha real quick.
Deal. Okay.
Demon Lord is just up ahead. Okay. I should probably do most of this by myself, considering the fact that you put all of your stats into charisma.
Hang on, no. I can help. Haven't I been helping this whole journey so far?
Surprisingly, yes. But no. The Demon Lord is resistant to charisma like all demons. He's so deeply infused with dark magic that he hates all of mankind. No one can charm him.
Yeah, but...
But no. Trust me, there is nothing you can do. I've been specifically buffing my constitution and my strength so that I can defeat him and I can take him down. No! There is no possible way that you defeat him like this! This fucking game, man, I swear to God.
Oh, I wish. Oh, I wish there was a game where I can do that. Although there probably is. But yeah, I want to talk about Gen Alpha slang for a minute. Or like, okay, so there was this video that talked about like, that pretty much dunked on Gen Alpha music. Or Gen Alpha humor. And the comment section was just full of Gen Z is just looking at this and cringing and going, what have we done? And here's the thing. I genuinely need to just say this because I genuinely don't like this. Gen Alpha actually, I don't know any of their sense of humor or slang, but can we just leave them alone? Like the video I saw, not the one I just shown, the video I saw with people dissing Gen Alpha humor, actually think that it's like, it's not like when it was back in the day. It's like, no, every generation has their good and bad parts. And I can tell you, I can absolutely say back in the day that there was some slang and humor that didn't carry on because it was cringe and it was really, really bad. Like, when I was in high school, like, some people said cool. Like, instead of saying cool, they just said scene. Like, it's like, instead of saying scene, like, and scene, that's like, instead of cool, it's like, oh, scene. It's like, I don't know if I actually use that term unironically. I don't know if I actually use that term. But even back in the day, I'm like, no, this is dumb. And it only lasted for about 2 months or so before everybody moved on because it was not going to catch on. And same with every other generation. Like, the humor and slang is going to be rough at first, but yeah, it's going to get better, you know? And that's totally fine. If you don't get it, that's fine. You know? I'm not gonna dunk on a newer generation just because I don't get it. Everybody's sense of humor and slang is their own. You know? If I actually heard someone say Skibbity Geos Ohio Riz in real life, I would have a complete mental episode. Here's the thing: there are probably like people who actually say that unironically, you know, just like there are just like every generation says slang out loud. Like I say, instead of saying cool, I say the bee's knees and the cat's meow, even though I was born way after that term. Like when, like I want to know what the origin of like cat's meow was. Like, I actually want to know when that actually was a thing. It was a thing in the 1920s. That is the slang I just said was from the 1920s, and I say it. And some people don't know what I'm talking about, but then I explain it. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. But I do say cool. I do say the cat's meow because I genuinely do like it. Unironically, I do like saying it. So, like some people say slang that is older than them, but I don't want to dunk on anybody. Here's the thing: I don't want to dunk on anybody, any generation, like the new generation for their slang, because that seems like a very, very older thing to do. Like, don't look down on a younger generation just because they aren't the same as you. Because I guarantee you, if like, look at the generation that you were a part of. The previous generation would be like, "Oh, I don't get this. This isn't how it used to be," and it's like, no, it's not. Like like things constantly changes. Life constantly changes. Like I said yesterday, you are not the same person as you were 3 years ago. You know, everybody changes. Everybody's music taste changed. Like, this was what I was listening to. Like, this was what I was listening to 3 years ago. And this is the last album I bought. Like, so I can easily say, yeah, everything can change. Like, if you told me 3 years ago that I was gonna buy a Smashing Pumpkins album, I would have rolled my eyes. Because, quite frankly, I'm not a big Smashing Pumpkins fan. Like, I'm just gonna be realistic. Like, I have Adore and Melancholy and Infinite Sadness, and I think those are pretty much good albums. But I genuinely think that Billy Corgan really, really, really needs to make albums that are shorter. Actually, no, he does, but maybe okay. You know what? I take that back. Smashing Pumpkins albums are a bit on the long side, but that's pretty much it. I just want Billy Corgan to actually strip down what the Smashing Pumpkins are. Like, Melancholy worked because it was a double album and it actually had a lot of songs. Adore worked because it actually was a new sound album, but kind of after that, it became just so far up. Unrelated. Is there a channel you've discovered that is under the radar and made really interesting videos and then stopped uploading? Uh, uh, I'm not sure, honestly. Like, the only channel that actually stopped uploading because they needed to take a break was Crash Thompson. Um, yeah, but he's just taking a long break. As far as channels I've discovered that are under the radar that make interesting videos that haven't uploaded, none that I can think of on the top of my head. You know, um, yeah, all the channels I follow actually still upload. Um, yeah, I don't know. You know? I genuinely do not know what Vagrant Holiday? Let me check that out. Vagrant Holiday. I don't know how to spell anymore. I think I'm getting worse. I'm done. Okay, that's why. Okay. So, Jenny Cat, I'm seeing this, and, the person says I'm done with videos. No more will be posted here. It was a side project done purely for fun and not for profit. He basically traveled around without paying for travel or hotels. Oh, okay. Like one of those. Okay, one of those YouTubers, or not one of those, but yeah, the last time he actually like, yeah, there wasn't much. Yeah, like short-lived, big impact. Like holy mother of God. And yeah, this seems right. Does not condone most of the crap.
Whole damn face feels like it's on fire. See, it's in this direction.
There's also these channels of people train hopping. Oh God.
Spruce up the store pretty haphazardly, as you can see. People are shopping. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, I don't really care too much about Old Navy, so I'm gonna get out of here. Here we got some people destroying some police cars. I'm trying to light one on fire here. What do we got in here?
And this was what, 2020? When like the pandemic was at its peak? Holy mother of God. I don't know what was going on in there. So it was basically a riot. Fun fact, this video contains evidence and was used in a courtroom of someone convicted for stealing rifle from a police vehicle. Okay, that checks out. So it's just a riot that happened at a city? I'm guessing? Like, holy mother of God. Yeah, I'm actually gonna just save. I'm gonna put this on, like, the watch later list. Yeah, specifically, oh, Seattle. Oh, I mean, I should have guessed considering it's just raining. These riots happened all over the US. I never heard of this. Like, I absolutely never heard this because all I heard back in 2020 was the pandemic. Like, the pandemic was the only thing I kept hearing about. Like, I heard nothing else. Like, nothing about movies or even politicians. It's just, like, first I'm hearing about, of this. Hold up. Hey. Hold up. Hey. Oh my. Hey, I'm still alive. Hey, ooh. Hold up. Wait a minute. Going down in a minute. But yeah, holy crap. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened in 2020, but it was mostly the pandemic. Good times. Good times, the pandemic. Killed a lot of people. Yeah, killed so many people. And as Elon would say, fascinating. So how's good old Elon doing these days? Uh, yeah. Apparently Jeff Bezos is now the second wealthiest person in the world, beating out Elon Musk. Um, Over 600,000 Americans died from COVID in 2020. And it would have actually been okay from a population of 300 million. And it would have been actually a lot lower had the president actually done something instead of saying that COVID was a hoax. Um, was that 20? Was that Trump? I forgot if that I'm pretty yeah, that was Trump because he was president from 2016 to 2020. Like I kind of forgot. Like Eka, how are you? Welcome on in. Let me give you a shout out here. If you're not following Eka, go follow her. She is the bee's knees. She is the cat's pajamas. And yes, I am an 80-year-old. Because all I do is use slang that is older than I am. Like, even my boyfriend just says, "Are you secretly a 50-year-old woman?" Because, like, you're doing something stupid. Like, not something stupid, but you are doing something that even people older than you are going, "The hell is wrong with you?" And I've made references to people older than me. I've told references to people older than me, and they don't even get it. They're like, "What?" It's like, no, it's an '80s reference, and I'm like, and they're like, "Yeah, I was born in the '80s, but what?" And they actually have to look it up. No, I'm kidding. They never do that. Nobody ever does that. But apparently, it's obscure references. You know. It's Biden now, and God, I just don't want Trump to be reelected. Anytime Eka, we've went from stupid old man to senile old man. I mean, if things go absolutely terribly, we could go back to stupid senile old man. I wish I was 50. I'm not gonna tell my age because the amount I talk is enough to know people already probably know how old I am. I'm not gonna say. I'm also not gonna tell anybody my birthday because, quite frankly, I never want to celebrate my birthday again. Not because of the fear of getting older. Canadian riot. And and you know what? That is a Canadian riot because there's no garbage coming out of that garbage can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're screwed either way. Hey, listen, the world is screwed up, you know? We had 2 terms of the most charismatic person ever. And then Donald Trump came along, and then Biden came along, who at first was absolutely reasonable because he actually rolled back what Donald Trump did, which is fine. Like, at first he was absolutely fine because he just, like, took a lot of what Donald Trump said back. And, yeah, at least there's that. But now it's getting more and more mixed, and it's like, um, that's kind of been an issue since before Obama. You know, like older people straight up running things to the ground or making things a lot worse. That has not been that is not a new thing. Yeah, that's never that has not been a new thing. That's been a new thing for a long, long, long time. Miss when Obama was president. Ha ha ha. Obama, what are you doing with that drone? Yeah, I like how people are just coming out of the woodwork and saying Obama was a terrible president. You know? Obama wasn't a bad president at all. Um, I'm not going to say it was perfect, but he did care about the people from what I understand. From what I understand. I'm not into politics, but seeing Obama in interviews, it's amazing considering that he's absolutely, I mean, he drone struck a lot of innocent people. Other than that, he's a fantastic president, you know? Um, I kind of forgot about that, but it was actually amazing to see Obama in interviews, and he's actually using full sentences, and he actually has the riz, you know? Yeah, he absolutely has the riz. And the reason why Joe Biden was elected because it was like the best of a bad situation, you know? Um, but there's a reason why on YouTube I just genuinely stopped. I told YouTube to stop recommending me left wing channels and right wing channels because it got tiring after a while, and I don't know. I just wanted to like look at music channels and Conan O'Brien channels. You know, something that will make me laugh and something that will make me think. But yeah, I genuinely like. I just don't watch like political channels like I did for about 3 weeks. You know, just that was it. You know, after a while, it just gets tiring, and I'm like, okay, oh my god, can we watch Conan, please? I love Conan. Um, I mean, we can watch an interview, or we can watch the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Um, I mean, we could watch like we could actually watch what's it called? We can watch vintage Conan. Let's watch let's how about we just watch vintage Conan?
Alan Havey's going to be here. He's a very funny comic. And this guy, this filmmaker, you know about this guy?
Yeah.
From New York, this is an NBC special report. Here is Dale Woodley.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report. Late-night talk show host Conan O'Brien has been shot. There is no further information at this time. Please stay tuned to this NBC station for more updates on this breaking story. We now return to your regularly scheduled programming.
This has been an NBC special report.
Andy, did you hear that?
Yeah, you all right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if I'd been shot, you'd think I'd know before Dale Woodley.
Yeah, well, who is Dale Woodley anyway?
Well, he's a new reporter here at NBC. They just hired him.
Okay, let's see what you have, Jenny Cat. Which one?
Gas prices are going through the roof, getting very high. And now people are...
I was hoping for a shorter one, but we can
right.
watch this.
Well, I wanted to sort of lead by example.
Hulk on the TV series. This house right here is also Lou Ferrigno's house. I guess that he made a lot of money. That's also Lou Ferrigno's building. But he did very well.
I'm guessing all of you have watched Conan on Hot Ones.
Lou Ferrigno's house.
Crames, my man. Thanks for carpooling.
Absolutely.
This is pretty good. I mean, I don't know if this works out. We could do this every day.
Yeah,
I'm cool with
it could
that.
be great.
Check it out. It's Lou Ferrigno, the Hulk.
Yeah, that interview was crazy.
Hey, Kirsty. How you doing? Good. Kirsty, you enjoying your time working at the Conan Show so far?
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just moved on to LA.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Wisconsin.
Oh, cool. Kirsty?
Yes. Kirsty.
What'd you say?
Kirsty.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm Coonan. Are there any romances going on in the office that I should know about?
Appointment, and now would be...
Anybody
Oh,
hooking up?
shit.
Are you guys calling?
Hello?
I guess
no
I
idea.
don't leave my little office too much.
I just love hearing about people hooking up. Young people hook up, and then you
hear about the hookup and then they hooked up and stuff. Sure. See those bushes right there? Mm-hmm. MC Hammer lives in those bushes.
For those of you who like the Hot Ones episode, watch this.
You like to draw women, is that right? And you like to draw. You draw nude women, don't you?
A lot.
Do you know Kirsty? Have you sketched her?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Do you have plans to sketch her?
Huh? Maybe.
Well, I have a question. Does Kirsty need to give you permission, or you can just take a mental? Are you taking a mental picture of Kirsty right now?
No, I've gotten very good at drawing people from memory, which is scary in itself.
After this one carpool, you can draw a nude of Kirsty.
I wouldn't do that.
You know, can we have a carpool rule? No lying. If you think you're lying. I gotta merge. Merging is very intense in Los Angeles. I gotta merge. Everyone shut up when I merge. Three lanes. This woman is looking at me like I'm crazy. Maybe you're the crazy one. Maybe you're crazy. Shut up.
Oh my god. Like, yeah, Conan absolutely has staying power, you know? Like, I'm glad that he has more staying power as a talk show host than Jimmy Fallon. Now, keep in mind, I love Conan. I love Craig Ferguson. I'm indifferent with Jimmy Kimmel. I think Letterman and Leno are fine for who they are. I didn't hear of Carson until the day he died. So that was a whoopsie. But Fallon, you would think, because like Fallon had hipped up talk show hosts for a new audience, for like a certain group of people, you would actually think that I would be interested in it. And I don't have anything against Jimmy Fallon as an impressionist, as an actor or whatever. I think he's very talented. He's just not he's not my personal favorite talk show host. Like, you would think that he, like, because of all the, like, he hipped it up for a new audience, that someone like me I would like. But no, I don't like it. I genuinely don't like it. In fact, I begun watching Conan and Ferguson reruns because I didn't want to see Fallon. Like, again, Fallon has talent. It's just that he's not a good talk show host. And it's not because of the constant laughter. It's just that something rings a bit hollow, you know? And and also, let's see, Stephen Colbert. I liked him when he did the Colbert Report. Not much now as a talk show host. Seth Meyers, same thing. I can take both, take it and leave him, you know? John Oliver, I never watched. Yes, Fallon has hidden talent, absolutely. He was on Saturday Night Live, and there is a good reason. Oof. Yeah. Here's Jenny Cat. He has found it. He's a really good impressionist. I think he's a fine actor. He's a really decent actor. He's just not good in talk show host form. You know? Colbert is great, but is not much sustained as whatever as Conan. I think Colbert, the character, when he was on the Colbert Report, was really good because he actually had a target. Like, him on the Colbert Report actually had a target to go to, like, to attack from, to the point to where he did so well. Some people actually started, hey, this guy gets it, not knowing that it was a comedy show despite the laughter. With Colbert, the talk show host, it seems like it's missing that edge, and he's just become like any other person on the talk show host reign. You know? Like, I do respect Colbert. He is very talented. He is very funny. I just prefer Colbert in the past. Like, I didn't know about the Colbert Report until recently, and I'm like, okay, he's absolutely funny. He's actually funny. But yeah, like I know a lot of high school kids actually watched the Colbert Report. Shocking to me, but it actually had an audience that he wasn't expecting. But Mother of God, Fallon, and then there's what's his name, James Corden, who is pretty much like the UK version of Fallon. Um, except Fallon has been in better movies. Um, Corden, I just can't. He's not my cup of tea, you know. Um, Pretty sure he has an audience, but he's not my cup of tea. Um, yeah, he's like I don't know. It just seems so not great to me. It just seems so plastic, you know? Um, like he doesn't particularly have his own spin on it. And also, the people who complain about his who's what's it called? His carpool karaoke thing, and just finding out that he doesn't drive. He doesn't actually drive, and I'm like, I don't see what the problem is when he's not driving when somebody else is pulling in. Like somebody is pulling like the car that he's driving. There's so much more things. Like according to the Foo Fighters, they actually had to sing their songs over and over again. Like on camp in the episode where they were on, they seemed like they had a good time, but they actually had to sing their songs over and over again. And the worst part of it was the people singing, the musicians singing in that show, in that segment, only sing their own thing. Like that's it. They only sing their own songs, and it's like, yeah, I mean, our songs are good, but we recorded them over and over again, and we performed them live over and over again. Couldn't we just sing another song? I mean, I know the copyright issue was a thing. I think that's because the copyright issue was a thing. There's a good chance that's why. You know what? There's a good chance that's the reason why. Because like playing somebody else's music on TV has a lot of like issues with royalty and copyright, so that's why. So with an old musician, it's gonna be like, yeah. I mean, instead of karaoke, they could just discuss their music. Like, um, I think they discuss their music, yes, but instead of singing along, just make it like getting coffee with comedians, except getting coffee with musicians. You know, it's the same thing, but with musicians instead of comedians. And um, I wouldn't want James Corden to host. I want somebody else, honestly. Somebody with the Riz, like more Riz than Corden, not Fallon. Probably somebody classy, somebody who actually knows their music. Like, so I don't know, like a musical guest, like an actual musician doing it. Um, yeah, like a musician hosts. It's like a musician's TV show or something, and they drive around a car and they talk about their music, you know? And then probably go into their favorite place and just talk about their favorite like place to go to around the city or whatever, you know? That would actually be a lot more interesting than carpool karaoke. There's nothing wrong with carpooling, there's nothing wrong with karaoke. It's just that putting those two together and putting it on a talk show, something about that seems a bit sterilized. Like, yes, singing in your car with other people is fun. I should know. A few years ago, after like spending Black Friday at a mall with a couple of friends, we just drove around back to our houses and sung Waterwall or Wonderwall, not Waterwall, Wonderwall by Oasis, and it was just a good time. And it was absolutely good because it wasn't recorded. It was just us three singing, and that was it. It was just us, like, no pressure. It was just us, like, singing, and it was absolutely, yeah, it was fun. It was absolutely fun to do. Putting it on camera is, there's something lost about putting like something you have for fun on camera, you know? But yeah, I absolutely like, you know? I like but yeah, it's been 1 week since you looked up. I'm kidding. No, I'm not doing that. Um yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a singer. Thank God I'm not a singer. Yeah, thank God for I'm not a singer. Otherwise, like, there's a reason why I play bass guitar, so I don't have to sing. You know. Um, but yeah, I haven't actually watched any talk show hosts since Conan left. Actually, a while longer. You know. Um, I watch Conan's. I watched like Conan O'Brien with like How to Make a Friend on YouTube and all that, you know? Um I want to listen to his podcast because it's a much better podcast than the Joe Rogan Experience. And I used to listen to the Joe Rogan Experience only because the guests were absolutely fascinating. I'm going to be honest, that's why I actually like watched them. Like I actually watched it. Um Joe Rogan's a piece of garbage right now, but the last time I listened to his the last time I listened to his podcast was when Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers was on, and this was like a few months ago, and I just found it fascinating, like what Anthony Kiedis had to say, because he's clearly not the same person as he was when he actually like made that first Red Hot Chili Peppers album. Like, it's genuinely fascinating, you know, because he actually talks about his eating habits, his exercising habits, like how he gets ready on stage or does things. Like, it absolutely is fascinating to hear him talk. Not Joe Rogan, Anthony Kiedis himself, you know, because I'm gonna be honest, as a Red Hot Chili Pepper fan, he is not a great singer, but he actually brings something to the band's sound. Um, he's just surrounded by so many more talented musicians. Rogan is a posse. That is something that we can all agree on. Most of us. But, yeah, most of us can agree that he is a piece of garbage. With the fact that he actually has a platform, you know, that is like, you know, he has a platform that people actually watch on, you know. It's sad, really. um like, I prefer Conan O'Brien Meets a Friend or Needs a Friend. Like, there's something more comforting about that podcast more than like Joe Rogan's, because Conan actually has Riz, and Joe Rogan seems like a meathead, and he is. Conan has navigated away from politics. I think that's part of his appeal. Uh, yeah. Okay, here's the thing. Like, Colbert always leaned into politics, even back when the Colbert Report was a thing. Like, Conan actually does have some politics. It's just that it's pretty much underplayed at this point. Rogan is yeah, he is a transphobe and racist, and it's like, God, like, you used to be on news radio. Like like I used to watch I used to watch him on news radio on the reruns. So yeah, nobody can guess my age at this point. Cause like I was talking about reruns. Um yeah, that was like a banger cast. And I don't want to say like we're not gonna get that type of show anymore, because we have 30 Rock. Okay, we have 30 Rock. It ended 10 years ago, but still, you know? I do like ensemble casts in comedies. Oh, the closest another show was Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you know? Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a good show for the first 7 seasons, and then the last season was just you know? Can I say that the last season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine was but the finale was like a top to bottom banger? Like, I don't know why people still listen to Joe Rogan, cuz he clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, Colbert knows what he's talking about, but Colbert has always leaned into politics. The difference is that him now doesn't feel as like him now feels a lot more sterilized than the Colbert Report. I think that's because of the change in networks. Like, Colbert Report was the Comedy Central where anything pretty much goes, and then his talk show is pretty much a network talk show, so it just becomes just like any other talk show. And amazingly enough, when he actually brought back his character on his talk show, like the Stephen Colbert character, it absolutely felt like the spark was there. There was a spark that was there that is pretty much kind of missing from current Colbert. Like, when he brought the character back, it was just like old times. It was snappy and sarcastic, you know? This going from political to generic for Colbert, it hurt him. Yeah, like Conan seems like he wants to like get to know people, you know? Like, Conan actually found a way because like he knows who his audience is. There's probably some controversies with Conan, but not at the top of my head. I don't want to jinx it, because at one point everybody loved Bill Cosby. And then look at him now. Eddie Murphy is actually more wholesome than he is. But Conan O'Brien actually has something, like, he actually can move on with the times. Like, he used to be a talk show host, and now he's a podcaster. And, like, he actually is appealing to all ages. Like, at one point on his first talk show, he actually mentioned that in his podcast, he mentioned that like little kids love watching him, because apparently it's because of his physicality and how goofy his humor can get. Like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Some of his sense of humor in his talk show, like his goofy humor and over the top humor, might not be appealing to me, but there are little kids who love that type of humor, you know? And like, yeah, he appeals to a lot of people, because like Conan can do that. Like, he's surrounding himself with people who are just as funny. Like, he came from Saturday Night Live and like the so-called golden age of the Simpsons. Like, Conan absolutely knows his sense of humor. Like, he's a lot more self-deprecating. Like, that's pretty much why I like Conan and Craig Ferguson, because they are absolutely self-deprecating, and it actually kind of makes them a lot more relatable, and I can get close to that because I do have self-deprecating humor. I can't think of any at the top of my head because I'm not good at it, but still, like Conan and Craig Ferguson actually did shape my sense of humor. Like I went from quoting Nostalgia Critic, and then I just started to like shift towards, oh, these people are funny. Um, you know? I thought like, and I genuinely think that like Conan O'Brien is this generation's Johnny Carson. Um like I think I've watched a few Johnny Carson interviews, and I can see why so many late night talk show hosts look up to him, because Johnny Carson himself does have the riz. Like, yeah, Johnny Carson absolutely has the riz, you know? And like it's absolutely fascinating to like see, you know? Um just seeing seeing someone legitimately get into a few things, you know? Like I tried to find Conan's master thesis at one point. You couldn't find it? If like he has an advanced, he's really, that's the thing people tend to forget. He is really smart. Like some of his humor might be dumb, but he is genuinely smart, you know? He's absolutely really smart. Like he graduated as valedictorian from Harvard University. Like and he graduated magna cum laude with a bachelor's degree. So yeah, he knows his stuff. Like genuinely, to be perfectly honest, the man knows what he's talking about. He knows comedy. Like who did he grow up with? I want to see what he grew up with. He grew up with Carol Burnett, Bob Newhart, David Letterman, Peter Sellers, Sid Caesar, Johnny Carson, of course, and Bob Hope. Like, and so many people like Mindy Kaling, Seth Meyers, Colin Jost, John Mulaney, and Eric Andre, especially Eric Andre. Like all those people are inspired by Conan. Like you absolutely look at the Eric Andre show and tell me there isn't like a bit of Conan O'Brien in that sense of humor. Like it absolutely is. Like so many people look up to Conan O'Brien in the best possible way. Like I kind of look up to him. Joey, how are you? Welcome on in. I hope you're doing okay. How was your stream? How was your stream? I was supposed to end the stream at 2 hours, but yeah, I ended up not. If you're not following Joey, go follow them. They are absolutely the bee's knees. Hi, it's been a while. I hope you're doing okay. Long time. An art stream? What did you make? What kind of art did you make? I hope, and for those of you who have just joined in, hi, I'm Kiara Strings. I am a trans woman, and this is the early stream. It is very weird to not do this instead of just putting it with this arm. I'm just trying to go for a little longer each stream. That's fair. You know, that's absolutely fair. And I do appreciate the raid. And if you need to go, if you need to absolutely just need to raid and run or get a snack, go for it. I'll be on for at least 15 more minutes because I am in the pocket, as the bass players or musicians would say. I'm in some sort of pocket. But what did you make on your art stream, if you don't mind me asking? I made a comic book style page of some stream of art consciousness art. Nice! That's absolutely alright. Is it how is it? Okay, so by stream of consciousness, is it just like making something to see what sticks, or is it like what you're feeling at the moment? Because sometimes stream of consciousness art could just be from the heart, or it's just something that's like you're making something, you don't know what, but you're onto something and you're just going towards it, you know? It's pretty much like I'm not sure, um but I just know that stream of consciousness actually has something. um it's like the next thing I think I've no idea what any of it means. Okay, so it's pretty much like doing something for fun and there's no meaning towards it. But if you show people that art, they're gonna add on to their meaning, you know? No idea what any of it means, but just because you don't know doesn't mean that somebody else thinks the same thing, you know? They're like, if you show your art, I guarantee you, I absolutely guarantee you that somebody's gonna look at it and go, like, you know, it's gonna be like, huh, I think I might get this. And it's like, because art is subjective. There is no such thing as bad. There is no such thing as bad art unless you're Drake. But art is absolutely subjective, and everybody has something to latch onto. Then people always be interpreting. It's cool, I guess. Yeah, interpretation is absolutely key, unless the artists themselves actually confirm their own meaning. But sometimes even the meaning actually transcends. Um, like for example, "Alive" by Pearl Jam. That was pretty much about like Eddie Vedder's upbringing. Like his mother, no, his somebody older than him turned out to be his mother, I think. No, actually, his mom turned out to be his grandma, and his what he thought was his sister turned out to be his mom. And that was pretty much like a semi autobiographical story. And then people started to put their own spin on that song, and then it's pretty much like, you know what? It's actually about being alive, you know? So interpretation, like just because there is meaning doesn't mean that people are going to interpret it that way, you know? Just like people think that Conan O'Brien is not, I mean, Jimmy Fallon is not funny, is, never mind. Point is, but welcome on in. But yeah, welcome on in. I was on a roll. I'm on a roll with you. I just added you on Twitter with the art if you want to look. Okay, I gotta see this. You know what? I'm gonna do something completely dangerous, and I am going to all right. I am gonna do something dangerous and log into Twitter. Just give me a moment. And let me see. Let's see this. Twitter is still good for something after all. Yeah, it absolutely is. The problem is, you know, some people are just straight up D-bags calling it. I'm just calling it Elon's Twitter. You at me. I don't see anything. I don't see Joey, I don't see anything, you know? I don't see anything in terms of like you tagging me into something. I'm not sure. And yeah, and yes, Eka, the stuff with Sona is absolutely amazing. Um yeah, the stuff with Sonya is absolutely amazing. Like, oh F, I was on the wrong account. You tagged the wrong account, didn't you? I've been there. But I did read her book, The World's Worst Assistant, and that is probably one of my favorite books ever. Her book is absolutely hilarious. Um, like, she is a slacker, but in the most amazing kind. Like, it is the most amazing kind of, like, slacker mentality. Like, she's absolutely hilarious, you know? And I'm glad that she is on Conan's podcast, you know? Because Conan himself is funny. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. I don't think I can show this on stream, but oh my gosh. Yeah, it worked. I see it. Um, I don't know what to say. It is very art like I can absolutely see your fingerprints all pretty much all around it. Also, hi Black Star. I hope you're doing okay. It's not TOS, but I don't want to risk it. Joey, should I send a link to the chat? I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know if it is TOS. Should I send a link to the chat, or should I link the chat? I mean, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so everybody, this is, yeah, this is, Joey's art on Twitter. Yeah, okay. I should follow you. How did I not follow you after all this time on this? Oh, new emotes? Oh, yeah, so Invisible Girl actually, yeah, Invisible Girl a couple of years ago, she made that emote, that crow emote, and, yeah, I absolutely appreciate it. Like, my god. Like, I miss her streams so much. But yeah, Joey, I can see, like, the stream of consciousness, because I was looking at it, figuring a connection. Like, I thought there was some sort of connection, but at the same time, I was disconnected. Like, it seemed disconnected, but it actually did add on to each thing, you know? And I can see why you call the stream of consciousness comic book, you know? I don't do much on Twitter, but I repost stuff to help others. I don't do much on Twitter because of dysphoria and the fact that Elon has pretty much, I don't want to say ruined, but he hasn't made things a lot better on Twitter, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Like, the bot thing is out of control. Like, so many bots on that channel. And, yeah, like, and people say free speech. Some people actually are arguing free speech, but it's full of racial things. Like, it's full of racist things, and Elon actually reinstates a lot of those accounts back. And it's like, yeah, here's the thing. Free speech is fine, but don't be surprised when people call you out. You know? Yeah, free speech, yeah, it's a thing. But there's also, like, the worst thing. Like, just because you have free speech doesn't mean you should just be an a-hole just for the sake of it, you know? So those types of people are absolutely pissed off, because it's like, you're taking away my free speech. It's like, yeah, because you're racist. And you get to be called out on that, you know? Yeah, you can use free speech for racism, but you're going to be called out. If you're being called out, don't be upset or surprised when that happens, you know? Just like the people on the right side, like people on like the right of politics hate Taylor Swift because she actually tells young people to vote. And at one point, I think somebody, Charlie Kirk, was like, oh God. Like, Charlie Kirk and a few people were like, does she have any eggs left? I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, real talk, what does Taylor Swift having eggs have anything to do with Taylor telling young people to vote? Like, what does anything have to do? And they also said that no guy likes her. And it's like, isn't she dating somebody? Isn't she dating a guy? I don't know what they're talking about. Elon can't handle it, that's for sure. Elon is a billionaire grifter. Yeah, hence why, like, everything he does ends in failure, you know? He's pretty much if Graham Linehan is... It was rich. She's hatching a nefarious plot. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with those people. Just, I don't know if this happens to as much recently, but I don't know what is going on with the people who just say that, eggs, I just got that. Hatching, I got that. I just got that. That wasn't sarcasm, by the way, Eka. I genuinely thought it was amazing. And Therese7, how are you? Welcome on in. I hope you're doing okay. I think I saw you on Rockstar Lex. Were you on Rockstar Lexi stream? Wait, I think you were on Rockstar Lexi stream if I'm not mistaken. Or if I'm thinking about someone else. Thank you all. Thank you. I'll show myself out. You are gonna be such an amazing comedian, you know? Like, but yeah, I don't know what is going on with Elon Musk, but I'm glad, like, he's not gonna here's the thing. He's not gonna lose money. He's always going to be a billionaire unless something awful happens, like Truth Social, down drop, you know? Long time no see. I was there early if you were there. I might have missed you. It has been a long time. I've been dysphoric for the past 7 months. I'm still dysphoric. My boyfriend made me promise him I was gonna stream every day for a month. So this is day 3, and he's off camera with a gun, needing me to actually keep going. And I was there. I was going to raid Lexi. I was going to raid her, but it just didn't happen because she ended up raiding out. Elon stealing money so he'll never go broke. I'm wondering if there's ever going to be a class action lawsuit combining everybody he's pissed off. Like, I actually want a class action lawsuit where everybody who Elon's pissed off comes together, pools all their money for a really, really good lawyer, and just like... But I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Streaming gets me out of my head. It does for me. This is my therapy. I have not been streaming for about half a year. So me streaming and talking is actually getting me out of my own head, as opposed to being in bed and crying, you know? Elon and Glenn will off themselves. I don't think Elon would. Elon is not going to off himself. Glenner is going to go into relative obscurity because is he still talking on Twitter? Is Elon still talking on Twitter? Let me check something. No, not Elon. I mean Glenner. Let's see if he's still talking. He dabbles in drugs too much. As he should. Let me see. Let me see if he's still, talking, because he's not going to shut up. He'll Uber shoot the Mark 1 late night. No, he'll just stop. You know, he'll just genuinely just stop talking at the very least. Let me see. And he's still talking. Like, his last tweet was from 6 minutes ago. Yeah, his last tweet was from 6 minutes ago. And yeah, he is posting pictures of kids. He's actually posting pictures of kids pre-transition. It's like, why? Like, you say think about the kids, but you're actually showing off children's bodies. Like, why are you doing that? Glad Elon doesn't run SpaceX or Starlink. His money helped shape them to get the ball rolling. Yeah, like, get competent people. Like, give Twitter back to people. Like, you know what? Twitter has always, let's be honest about Twitter. Elon, let Nick Fuentes back on. Maybe. But here's the thing. Twitter has always been a dumpster fire. Let's not be mistaken, you know? Everybody just says it's not like Twitter in the olden days. Twitter before Elon was bad. It was just as bad. Even under Jack, it was bad. But at least Twitter was, here's the thing. At least Twitter was run by competent people. Like, they knew what to do. Like, I'm not saying there's not competent people on Twitter now. Like, working up for Twitter, you know? There are probably some competent people. The problem is that Elon's ego is just, like, preferring favoritism. Like, okay, you know what? I'll just say it. Twitter at one point was a mostly left social media platform. It was mostly left, and there was garbage back then too. The difference is that there is not much difference. It's just that it's a lot more overt. Like, there was racism, there was transphobia on Twitter. The thing is, now it's not. It's completely out in the open. So it's pretty much Twitter getting worse, but it was always bad. It went from a dumpster fire to a worldwide fire, if that makes sense, you know? Or it went from a dumpster fire to a citywide fire, you know? I was gonna say Jack Thompson, but I'm like, no, that's not right. Hold on, I have to stretch. That. Oh, that hurts. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. Elon let every neophyte. Yeah. Here's the thing. He also reopened some neo-fascist people, and says that cisgender is a slur. It never had been. Cisgender had never been a slur. It's just that some people are like, yeah, but you know, I don't want to be called. I want to be called normal. Yes, if you need to stretch, if anybody needs to stretch, please. Twitter also had better regulations, or at least it was on the way to make things better. Yeah, Elon doesn't know what he's doing, or at least I think. Here's the thing. I think he kind of knows what he's doing in the worst possible way. Like, he's just tanking Twitter. I think that's pretty much the goal at this point for him, you know? And Kanye's back on Twitter. You know, I don't care. You know what? I don't care about Kanye anymore. Like, I know he's a very talented individual. Absolutely. But there is a reason as to why, you know, he gets dropped by, like, the products that promote him. Like, I found out yesterday that he actually asked to sample a Black Sabbath a Black Sabbath song that was live. And he tried to ask the permission of the Osbournes. And they said no, because you are a piece of garbage. They actually put it a lot more nicely, actually. They said, no, you are a piece of garbage, you are not doing it. And then he did it anyways. And so Ozzy Osbourne, or I'm pretty sure some representative of his, is like, he did not have permission to use that. He did not have permission to use that song, because he is an anti-Semitic person, that talent has now gone. It has gone to waste. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, ever since his mom died, it just kept getting worse and worse. Like, at least when he actually was outspoken, when he was outspoken, at least he had the music to back it up. Like, it's like, oh, he's a piece of garbage, and then his new music comes along, and it's like, oh, this is absolutely a banger. And now there is no excuse. Like, the music might be fine. The music probably is really good. I haven't gone back to listening to Kanye West because he's not my cup of tea, at least with the music. He has no excuse in terms of music because despite the quality of music, it's pretty much being overshadowed by what he's saying right now. I mean, yeah, not taking the meds for... He really needs to sit down and take his meds. Like, I remember that interview... I don't want to say, like, at the time when he did that talk with Donald Trump, he pretty much made Donald Trump look sane. Like, there's that SNL skit... There's that SNL skit where they made fun of Donald Trump and Kanye West, that interview, and Kanye West is going off, and Trump is like, oh, this guy is cuckoo. He might actually out-crazy me. And nobody's gonna be dumb enough to actually vote for Kanye for president, right? Like, Kanye's never gonna be president, you know? I mean, then again, we had somebody who actually did The Apprentice. Yeah, I know that's SNL, but I'm genuinely I was, at one point, we were all tired of Alec Baldwin as Donald Trump, you know? It was fine at first, but there were so many better people like Daryl Hammond who could do Donald Trump and do it really, really well. Like, at what point will they just stop running the joke into the ground? Like, Donald Trump is an idiot. That was funny for about 3 episodes or 3 skits. And then that's it, because it's just the same joke over and over again, you know? I mean, I don't mind Donald Trump jokes, but at one point, you just gotta stop making jokes and realize he's unintentionally funny. Like, how can you joke about something? How can you make a joke about somebody who is himself an unintentional joke? Like Covfefe, the Kung flu. That's what he called COVID. Donald Trump straight up called COVID the Kung flu. And as Dave Chappelle delightfully put it, he was like, the Kung flu. You racist, hilarious son of a... Like, it was so... That joke, like, the Kung flu, that made me laugh. I'm gonna be honest, that actually made me cackle. There are some young folks that will vote Kanye before he got in full chud mode. He was crazy before he's... I don't think anybody would vote for Kanye even if he was sane. Like, nobody wants to vote for... You know what, I say that, but, you know, Donald Trump was elected, so who... You know what, who knows? Maybe a musician would become president. Who absolutely knows? Yeah, who knows, you know? I mean, stranger things have happened. I constantly say that that's not going to happen, but there's a good chance. I mean, Donald Trump was elected, and before that we had a black president for two terms. So who knows? Who absolutely knows? You know? Like, I'm pretty sure if you told somebody in the 70s that we're never going to get a black... Like, if you went back to the 70s and said that we're going to get a black president in the late 2000s, they would probably laugh in your face. Because they're like, that's never going to happen. And then you would just, like, bring them to 2008, the moment when Obama is elected, and then their whole minds would implode. aside from like the multiple upgrades in technology, the slang, the fashion. Yeah, but I don't think a black president would actually be on their first mind. Like, yeah, Bush got in. Like, we had another Bush in the White House, George W. Bush from 2001 to 2008. Or wait, 2000 to 2008, sorry. And people always say that, yeah, Donald Trump, like, George W. Bush is such a good president compared to Trump. It's like, no, he's bad. He's absolutely bad. He is bad. It's just that, nostalgia just like, hindsight doesn't mean it's going to be 2020. You're just looking at things that were, like, just because things are bad now doesn't mean things were just as good as it once was. Like, I know there are people out there who are like, this isn't like the good old days or whatever. Nothing is like the good old days. Like, that's the thing. Everything changes. Every decade has something. Every decade has its style, its slang, its sense of humor. Every decade. So if you actually want things to stay the same, then nobody's going to actually have an opinionated mind. Everybody's going to be straight up thinking about the same thing, doing the same thing. There is no, there's like, you can say that there's no divide, but what's going to make us stand out? What's going to be the identity if you want things to be exactly like the old days? Like, if you want music to be the same as back when you were young, you could just, there are probably bands out there who actually do retro things let me see, King Gizzard actually did thrash albums that were exactly like the thrash albums from the 80s, and that's fine, but they also do their own spin on it, just because it's not what you're used to doesn't mean you shouldn't actually make like another generation lose their own identity. Like I said yesterday, today's, like, this generation is really into K-pop, and that is not for me, but I know there's a ton of people who love it. Like, people older than me, people who are older than me love it. People love K-pop. It's not for me, but then again, I'm not going to knock it because, again, it's not for me. Like, every generation has their boy bands, and then their bands with music, like, not musician, but with instruments, Every generation has that. Yeah, I still can't believe her former boss was POTUS. He's just as bad as period people. I hear a lot about him from, yeah, her former boss was the president of the United States. The former president of the United States. Oh wait, that's what the was is for. Never mind. But yeah, I'm pretty, like, I haven't heard about Donald Trump in a few days because, I kind of just blocked him out because I have better things to do. From what I understand, he is on trial. New York, not me. Yeah, so Donald Trump is still on trial. Psy was nice, but yeah, K-pop isn't for me. But some throwbacks to the 90s, 2000s boy band I'll listen to. Yeah, exactly. Like, you see? Like, everybody knew Psy for Gangnam Style. I guarantee you most, like, 75% of the people know Psy because of Gangnam Style. And that was not my thing. The reason as to why I knew Gangnam Style is because it was, people kept playing it. This was like back when I used to watch Much Music still. I was still like, and I also am with friends with people who listen to current music. So I actually knew what Gangnam Style was. With that in mind, K-pop is not for me either. But then again, the boy bands back in the day were not for me either. Like, yeah, they were not for me either. Like, my sister used to listen to Destiny's Child, which is a girl group. She used to listen to them constantly, and I didn't really care for them because of the overplaying of the Destiny's Child. You know, I can appreciate them now, but I'm not going to go out of my way to listen to them. You know, I like my music. Like, look at the music I listen to. Like, the albums I have here. Like, I have a Smashing Pumpkins album. Like, if you were to tell me, like, again, 3 years ago, I would be listening I would have a Smashing Pumpkins album, I'd say, really? Like, I'm still into the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Radiohead. Why would I listen to Smashing Pumpkins? And, you know, hindsight is always 2020. Hell, I recently got into not too long ago, like 3 years ago, I got into listening to Metallica. 80s Metallica. Like, I do like 80s Metallica. I can see why people don't like the Black Album. Like, the Black Album is really, really good. Yeah, different strokes for different folks. Yeah. Like, that's the problem. Overplay can kill anything. Yeah, overplay can absolutely kill anything. The only exceptions, in my opinion, was Lose Yourself by Eminem. Like, that is a song, that is one of the few songs I know that was overplayed, but I know for a fact that it was overplayed for a good reason. And then it slowly drifted away because, you know, at that point it was like a year old or like 5 years old. Oh no, 6 months. For like a period of time, Lose Yourself was everywhere. Kiara's face when she said here, say my name. Say my name. I read that as like Walter White. Say my name, say my. Yeah. My sister used to choreograph to that song. I'm sorry. My God. I can't think of Destiny's Child without thinking of my sister. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a bad thing, but now it's colored me everywhere. Man. Loki should have joined. No, okay. I'm just gonna say this up front. I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna say something controversial. I'm not a big Beyonce fan. You would think that as a black woman, I would be a Beyonce fan, but I am not a Beyonce fan. I really like one song. I think she's a good musician. I think she's very talented. I like Janet Jackson a lot more. Well, that is true. I cannot dance. But I like Janet Jackson more. And that's because, like, her... It's not that Beyonce isn't talented. It's just that Janet Jackson is pretty much one of my trans goals. Actually, Phoebe Dobson is number one of my trans goals, but that's beside the point. I guess it's an anthem for everyday life for motivation. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is, but... Yeah. My mother of God. Hearing my sister constantly... I mean... It's not bad. Like... But then again, I've never been into dancing like Beyonce or dancing like Janet Jackson. I was more into like, okay, I can't dance. I'm gonna say that. I just can't dance. I have no sense of rhythm. You're looking at a bass player. I have no sense of rhythm on my feet. I can play bass, I can keep up like rhythm, but I cannot keep up on beat. Maybe moshing? Moshing, maybe. Yeah, moshing maybe, or jumping up and down during a song, yes. Um, but I can't dance, and I never will. I wanted to dance like Aaliyah, but I'm not gonna. I'm not as. I'm not nearly. I'm not as talented as Aaliyah. Like, not at all. Um, yeah, I'm nowhere near as talented as. I'm nowhere near as talented as any of those people. To be perfectly honest, I'm no Aaliyah. I'm no Beyonce. I'm no Janet. Um, because those people have talent. Um, but yeah, I know I shouldn't compare myself to other people, but it hurts. Janet had that trans girl aesthetic, and she would look androgynous. Yeah, there's a Janet Jackson album that I really want to get because it would help with my dysphoria so much. I think the album is called This Velvet Glove because it has Janet Jackson during her creator breakdown, and like she's like singing about being lonely, and it's just Janet on Scream. Oh yeah, Janet on Scream. Oh man. Yeah, her on Scream was but yeah, for me, my personal favorite, I have that back in the day. Are you talking about like the album where it came from? You're talking about her greatest hits album, right? Um no, not her greatest hits. That was on Michael Jackson's History Greatest Hits disc 2. But the album I wanted was this Velvet Rope, because during the making that album, she was like Janet on Scream. Oh, okay. Janet on Scream, is that an album? Is Janet on Scream an album? I remember you had a crush on MJ. That's because I thought he was a woman. I was a kid. I thought he was a woman. I didn't know any better. Oh yeah, the single. Okay, so I was right. I was thinking about the same thing. The album came out from Michael Jackson's greatest hits album. That's what I was getting into. Um. Oh yeah, I know it's a single. I know it's a single with Michael Jackson, like her brother. Um. But yeah, I wanted to get Janet Jackson's the Velvet Rope because it was like because she was facing a long-term case of depression, and it actually like addresses depression and social networking and self-worth, and like I wanted to get this album because like the songs I listened to, the singles are absolutely banger, and like I found it fascinating because the singles from that album absolutely made me feel better. You know, it made me feel at least a little bit better. Um, but as of right now, all I have is Alice in Chains to help with my depression. And once I get the Velvet Rope, I will listen to that anytime I get dysphoria or depression. That album should have. Stopping by streaming. Hi, like, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Um, yeah, we're gonna be ending in about a few minutes. I said that when we were hitting the 2:30 mark, but there you go, shows what I know. But I hope you're doing okay. Like, yeah, Velvet is kind of a hidden gem. I don't think people liked it because it was a lot more personal than they would. Yeah, looking at some of the reviews, they're mostly positive, but it also says that it received acclaim amongst some criticism since its release. So I think it had a mixed bag. It was a mixed bag back when it was released. Like that was the thing. but with like talking about mental health and all that, and LGBTQIA rights, and what trans people feel with terms of dysphoria and depression. Like the album holds up a much more than you think, and the songs do absolutely hit. You know, oh, they absolutely hit so much. And I do appreciate how much it goes. It gets to go very hard. Like some of the songs can go deep. Um, and Go Deep, I just got that. Yeah, Go Deep is one of her songs from that album. Yeah, oh my god. I think that what was that the first Janet Jackson song I ever heard? Probably not. Um yeah, I'm not sure, but like God, like God, yeah, I may not like Beyonce, but I do like Janet because like oh god. I mean, I like Janet, but I do love like at least it's one Jackson that gets into such topics a bit more. Yeah, like that's what I appreciate about her. Like she is an ally. Like I love how she's more of an ally. Like she's pretty much like the Black Madonna. Like she can act, she can sing, she can dance. Um and she's made a couple of bumpy albums, but like she does it for the art and she looks absolutely great even to this day. Um I haven't seen Madonna recently, but you know, um yeah, she can act. She can absolutely act. Madonna can act, it's just that she's not in the right role sometimes. Like people say that Madonna is a terrible actress, but that's because she's not in the right roles. It's pretty much like Jai Courtney. He's a good actor. They're both good actors, but you can tell like once you get them into their good reigns, like they do have talent in movies. It's just that they shouldn't really be leads, you know? Like they're good supporting, and you can tell which Jai Courtney role is good because he's actually using his accent, or he's not using an American accent, you know? Like him in Suicide Squad and Kaleidoscope and Spartacus, he's really, really good in because he's actually using his accent and he actually can play a character. While whenever he does American accents, like in Terminator Salvation, or like that Terminator movie he was in, he's bad because it doesn't elevate anything. Like that's pretty much kind of an issue. But I really hope that he gets character based roles instead. But everybody, I have to like get going. So everybody, thank you all for coming. Thank you, Joey, for the raid. This was supposed to be a half-hour stream. Madonna got her biggest turn in acting in Evita. Was it that, or was it A League of Their Own? Let me see. Madonna. I'm gonna say something real quick. I'm gonna be really quick about this. Filmography. A League of Their Own came first, and then Evita 6 years later. So so everybody, thank you all for coming. We are going to rate somebody who's playing Fallout 76 right now. So please give her a follow. We are going to raid Elfin Screams. So please give her a follow. She is good people. But until tomorrow, because my boyfriend is off camera holding a gun, saying I have to stream tomorrow and every day for a month, I'm Kiara Strings. I'm a trans woman, and this is the early stream. Thank you, and have a good one. "3 hours is longer than Star Wars." thank you for coming. I'll see you when I see you. Take care.